Hot starts throughout our program as basketball and swimming had decisive victories this week, with our wrestlers starting their season at the Beast of the East tournament. We had head coach Anthony Verdi of the class of 95 and senior captains and wrestlers Domenick Lettini and Jonathan Fuller joining us on this week's State of the Marauders Hotline. We're going to be talking about everything that happened this week and we're going to talk about Mega Monday. Find out what Mega Monday is on this week's edition of the State of the Marauders podcast.
The drive, high arcing floater too strong. Rebound tapped around. The three to win the game, no good. And Prep survived. The Marauders have won their first sectional championship since 2014.
2-2 is in the air to right field. Going back is Infante. He makes the play. And St. Peter's Prep retains its glory on the diamond. The Marauders are your 2023 Hudson County Tournament champions.
2 seconds left. Cleared aside by Kirk. And we have a final. St. Peter's Prep, the kings of Hudson County, for the first time since 2019. Downfield, Sayuo battling Lois. Sayuo onside. Sayuo delivers for St. Peter.
Here's Jude with 9, with 8, with 7. Sargent, score! Fake, pass, complete to Reese. That's gonna be the first down. That's gonna do it.
Welcome everyone to episode number 136. Sponsored as always by our members on Patreon. And yes, our members on Patreon have been fantastic for us so far. We have a lucky 17, including Joseph Delafav, Alex Merrill, basketball head coach, and Terrence O'Donnell, who have subscribed to us so far. And we would love to have your support of the program by signing up today at patreon.com/State of the Marauders. It is only $2 a month. You even get a full 7-day free trial. Once you sign up, you get all my live updates right from your phone on any game or match you are covering in person. You also get the podcast in video form right to your phone. And you also get it before everybody else gets it. So that's fantastic. And you're going to get so much more. So again, make sure you sign up today at patreon.com/State of the Marauders. Again, that's patreon.com/State of the Marauders. Hello, everyone. Once again, I am your host for this week's episode, Renato Rodriguez of the class of 2010. We have some news of the week to talk about. I want to get right into some of those news of the week. And those news of the week, it's going to be sponsored by our friends over at the State of the Marauders Sports Reporters Club. Yes, State of the Marauders Sports Reporters Club. Again, if you are a student at St. Peter's Prep, make sure to join us every E-Day in the Browning Center. All right, so that'll be right at the break. But for now, let's talk about the news of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, on this week's news of the week, the basketball team started off strong, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start off the 2023-2024 basketball season. I mean, they had the home opener against Memorial. First game of Hudson County League action. Ben Oseolic and myself were on the call at the barn in downtown Jersey City, courtesy of D1 Media Pro. So let's take a look at those highlights right about now.
It's Thursday night basketball here at the barn in downtown Jersey City as the Marauders of St. Peter's Prep take on the Tigers of Memorial High School.
It's showtime for the 2023-2024 season.
Miller drives, hands it to Pena. Pena fakes, drives in, pulls up, and knocks it down from the corner. First 2 points of the Marauder season come courtesy of Nico Pena. To Pena. Spencer for three. Knocks it down. Austin Spencer from beyond the arc.
And what I liked about that play, that Nico Pena had an open look briefly, but he saw Austin was open in the corner. He got it to him. That's a three.
Transfer out. Ben Guy, the fourth, is now at St. Thomas Aquinas down in Edison. He was, again, that Mr. Do-It-Everything for the Marauders for 2 years.
Oh, what a great feed.
Santiago begs it in from the corner.
Oh, what a feed by Chaz Maynard to get to Santiago. That was quick passing. Excellent three there.
The Marauders are going to be picking up. Pena from the corner knocks it down.
As soon as I said slow start, Nico
There
Pena
we
just
go. And there's Nico Pena from downtown. Trust 5 guys to go. Rosa, what a move. What a bucket there. Richie Rosa on the layup.
Yeah, he just went to his right, able to go pretty much straight ahead and get that out the glass.
But still, it's not, I don't think there might not even be a set starter as Chaz Maynard finishes for the layup.
What a feed by Kane Miller. Going a little behind the back, bounce pass to Chaz Maynard. What a feed.
Pena for three. Knocks it down. Nico Pena from beyond the arc.
And Ben, when he was healthy, this is what we saw at Nico Pena. He already got 10 points on the night.
Rosa finds a feed. Santiago drives in. Can't get it to go. Rebound gobbled up by him. Pena wide open in the corner. Bang! 13 points for Nico Pena.
He's been on fire, man. He's been on fire. Unbelievable start here for the season for Nico Pena.
Lugo. Pantaleon doesn't like the three. Drives and gets stripped by Rosa. It's a 2-on-1. Pena gets the layup, 15 points. And we're going to get a timeout here by Memorial.
Almost dangerous pass there. That was gonna steal.
And that's a steal by Miller. Miller coming in. Lays it in for two.
We got timeout.
It's going to get a timeout. What a move there. Spencer drives in for the layup, counted, and the foul. Austin Spencer, welcome to the barn. What a move, what a basket.
Wow, what a play by Austin Spencer. Gets a little dribble, goes to his right, draws contact. What a play, Austin Spencer. Welcome to St. Peter's Prep.
Rosa drives, finds a lane, and for the layup.
What a play there.
Is Richie Rosa. This is what we're going to see out of him, being the floor general for the starting 5 and also making those great plays when he needs to. And right for the three, off the rim. Cologne on the rebound, gets the layup. I believe those are his first varsity points.
They are.
Congrats to Elijah Cologne. Hey, always got those good catches.
Good catch. Yeah, congrats to Eli Cologne's first varsity.
Porch is going to dribble it out. And that is it. The Marauders win their home opener against the Tigers of Memorial High School by a score of 54-29.
And that was a great way to start off the basketball season. I mean, you talk about somebody who came out with a statement in this game. I mean, there were multiple great scorers, right? But to me, just watching that game, I really liked the play of Austin Spencer. Yes, I know Nico Pena 17 points. Pena 11. I know. But Austin Spencer was so good in his role as a sixth man off the bench. It's ridiculous. I mean, I know Ben Guy was great last year and that six-man role, but I really think Austin Spencer coming over to Bergen Catholic that gives you that length, that dynamic. He could do it all. He can make passes, he go down the lane, he could do a lot of great things. And this team needs a guy like Austin Spencer to be the guy who does the dirty stuff, you know, who gets steals, who gets into the paint, who makes the plays happen. I mean, I like Austin Spencer's game a lot. I really do. Nico Pena again, 17 points, Payne Merrill 11, May Santiago 7. I mean, the one thing we talked about in the preview, right? It's this depth scoring. It's going to be a lot of depth scoring for the Marauders. And it transitioned again into the game against Payne Tech. at Essex County College, in which the Marauders absolutely dominated from start to finish. I mean, they went on a 22-5 run to start the game in the first quarter. Nico Pena, again, 25 points. He's been on fire. I mean, he hit 2 threes only today, but I mean, he was getting rebounds. He was getting layups. He was making steals. I mean, Nico Pena was someone that was different from last year. Nico, we thought Nico was, just a pure shooter. No. This guy does not only shoot. He could get into the boards. He could get those layups. He had a heck of a performance today, Nico Pena. 25 points. Richie Rosa, 15 points. Payne Miller, again. He's another guy that could do it all. 11.7 boards, 5 assists, 4 steals. Talk about doing it all. Payne Miller, he did it all. That game against Payne Tech. May Santiago, 12.6 rebounds. But again, four guys in the starting lineup have been contributing. That's been good. I want to see the development. Chaz Maynard, he had a good game in the opener. Didn't do so well in the game against Payne Tech. But I want to see, again, we talked about it on the broadcast. Who's going to get that number 5 spot? Will it be Jalen Torrent-Taylor? Will it be Chaz Maynard? Even Will Higgs competing for some time as well. You also got guys like Eli Cologne, who's been getting some minutes. Eric Porter's been getting some minutes as well. I mean, this team has so much depth. So much depth. I mean, they're ranked number 7 in the state for a reason, and I can't wait until we see them compete against the likes of Hudson Catholic, against the likes of Ramapo. Even Archbishop Carroll down in D.C. next week. That's going to be fantastic. This week they got Union City on deck. Got Union City on deck on Wednesday, right before break. Then at the barn during break, you got to come out and support them on Friday against Lincoln. We have Jackson and Iggy on the call for that one. They're making their debut this season on the mics. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Again, basketball, number 7 state of New Jersey. They got a lot to do if they want to get to where they want to be this year. I mean, great start. Great start. I still want to see a little more out of this team moving forward again. They won pretty handling against teams supposed to win handling. When they play against the teams that are going to give them trouble, the top teams, the Hudson Catholics, the Ramapos, St. Benedict's, they look good. Bergen Catholic look good as well. I mean, it's a lot of competition this stage, just like wrestling. We'll talk about wrestling later on, but it's gonna be quite the experience to go on with this basketball team. Great start. All right, in other news, bowling. They were supposed to play this week, okay? These guys were supposed to play this week, but their match against Hudson Catholic got postponed the last minute. I don't know why. Nobody knows. But they're still 4-0, and they're heading into the big showdown this week. And the HudsonCountyEnergy.com named this one of the matches of the week. They take on 6-0 in the division. Bayonne, Hudson Lanes, 4:30 start on Monday. If you got nothing else to do, man, I know you got fencing as well. We'll talk about fencing a bit, but I mean, this is a big showdown. I got to support the Marauders in this one because this is a division leading right here. Whoever wins this one will have full control of the division going in. And they're also playing in a position round, which I found out from senior captain Andrew Diaz, that means it's going to be the 1-2 matchup. And guess what? Who's 1-2 in that division right now? It's Prep Bayonne. So we're going to see 2 matchups Prep Bayonne this week, Monday and Wednesday. Come on. Got to support the guys. Let's go Prep Bayonne. Come on. Let's go. Get hyped. So let's see what happens this week. But they got a big test. 2 Bayonne matchups coming right up. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. In other news in the program, hockey will fall to 0-3 on the season. They took on their first Gordon Conference matchup and number 13 ranked Cena Hall Prep, and they lost 6-1. Joseph Gianni got his second of the year. Dustin Wolkenhauser, the freshman in net, had 18 saves before being pulled in the second period. Connor Thorhauser gets 7 saves in the third. But 0-3, not a good start, but they have a chance to redeem themselves this week. They had a big week in prep hockey. Xavier on Monday, Bergen on Tuesday, St. Joe's Regional at home on Thursday. I'll probably be at that game. Maybe live stream, maybe not. We'll see. And then at Notre Dame on Friday. I mean, Notre Dame is their Egan Conference opponent. Xavier's non-conference opponent. So Bergen Joe's Gordon Conference opponent. But again, I could see this team winning 2 or 3 of those games this week. I really could. Let's see what happens. But I got faith in the guys. I think they could do it this week. Let's see. Let's find out. The swim team. The swim team. They absolutely, positively destroy a Hudson County four by the name of McNair. Get ready for this score, ladies and gentlemen. 134-34. Unbelievable job. 2-0 in the year. Or your swing Marauders. Again, they're in the top 10 at number 10. Got a big showdown we talked about against Seton Hall. It's going to be a big matchup at NJIT this week. But let's talk about all the results that happened in the 200 medley relay. The team of Nikolai Shearholtz, Michael Florentino, Frankie Peacock, and Andrew Kelly would win the race at 149.05. In second place came the team of Nick Valenti, Alpayata, Cyrus Chang, and Connor Rogers. In the 200 freestyle, Isaac Withers would win the event. This is funny. By a whopping 10 seconds ahead of his competition at 151.60. Second place, Joaquin Dalaran, 202.87. So, great job by Isaac in that race. In the 200 individual medley, Jonah Briggs will win that by a whopping 6 seconds over Nikolai Shearholtz, 205.09. And the 50 freestyle, also Alex Rowe did get third place. That was a 1-2-3 finish for St. Peter's Prep in that one. And the 50 freestyle, another 1-2-3 finish. Chase Thomas will win it at a time of 24.50. Alpayata in second. Oliver Jakowitz in third. And the 100 butterfly, Isaac Withers will win that race again by a whopping 7 seconds over Chase Thomas, 56.43. Cyrus Chang came in third. And the 100 freestyle, Jonah Briggs won that by 2 seconds over Connor Rogers. Andrew Kelly in third. And the 500 freestyle, Joaquin Dalawan would win that race at 5:37.87. In the 200 freestyle relay, it was a 1-2 finish for Marauders. The team of Isaac Withers, Andrew Kelly, Evan Murkoff, and Connor Rogers would win it at a time of 1:38.91. Oliver Jakobitz, Alex Rowe, Kabir Farnham, and Andy Acevedo come in second. In the 100 backstroke, Nikolai Shearholtz would win it at a time of 1 minute 87 milliseconds. Nick Valenti in second. And the 100 breaststroke, Frankie Prekop would win that race by 5 seconds over Alpayata. Ben Lucas in third. And then finally in the 400 freestyle relay, Chase Thomas, Jonah Briggs, Nikolai Shearholtz, Michael Florentino will win that in about 15 seconds over Alex Rowe, Joaquim Dalaran, Aljanari, and Alan Murkoff. Again, great job by Alvin Marauders, and they got a big showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Another top. This is the week. This is the week of matchups, ladies and gentlemen. You have Mega Monday, and then you got Top 10 Tuesday swimming. I mean, you want to talk about, a great week of Marauder action potentially. This is the week right here. If you're thinking about, I haven't been to a swimming event, I haven't been to a bowling match, I haven't been to a fencing match, I haven't been to an indoor track meet. Well, this is the week. We got a lot of action, especially over the break. You got 2 weeks off, right? Because of Christmas holidays. You got to come out, support the Marauders. So, again, top 10 New Jersey swimming matchup. Okay, next up on the docket, it's going to be Seton Hall on Tuesday. Biggest meet of the year up this far. I will most likely be there. I'm 90% sure that I will be covering that matchup. So stay tuned, stay the Marauders for swimming coverage on Tuesday, hopefully. Next up on the docket, we're going to talk about these guys who started their campaign this week, and that is the indoor track team. They had 2 events this week. The first event was in Hudson County, okay? It was in Hudson County, and they took on the edit the HCTC Winter Series meet at the Jersey City Army. Okay, so I want to go through all the results for Marauders. Okay, a lot of different, freshman, JV, varsity, and all different kinds of results. And we're going to talk about in the finals of the 55-meter dash. Okay, so this is more of the upperclassmen territory. Justin Gonzalez came in second place overall. Yes, the football player Justin Gonzalez, second place overall. And the freshman race, Kyle Wise, Leroy Wilson, 1 and 2. Kyle Wise won at 7:28. Leroy Wilson, 7:33. In the 400-meter dash, we had Christopher Horn for our freshman guys coming up in second overall. Okay. You had Papa Racine Nidai for the JV guys coming in fourth. Okay. Rod Wooten in sixth for the freshman. Okay. Jaden Reed for the 800-meter run came in second. Nathan Flores, Brian Nidai, 7 and 8 respectively. Corey Naoki, 9th. 1600-meter run, Luke Schreiber in 5th. Alex Giattino in 6th. Telesca 7th. Charlie Campbell, Charlie Campbell, State Marauders guy. 5th place overall. Ewan Staple in 6th place. Gabriel Howard in 11th as well. In the 3200-meter run, Daniel McMillan, 7th overall. Luigi Lancelotti, 8th overall. John McCabe, 3rd overall in his category. So, great job there. 55-meter hurdles, Jaden Cattle in 5th. High jump, Dalian Brown in 2nd. Shot put, Matt Zapata, 1st place overall. Joe Sion, 3rd place overall. And for the freshman shot put, Oluwasemola Bobola, that's 1st overall. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And Evan Skabich, 2nd, 32.05. So again, great results there for our Marauders popping up. We start the indoor track season. Then we go to the main varsity guys. Competed on Saturday in the Coaches Hall of Fame Invitational. And we had Neko Leslie Lickens in 7th overall in the 55-meter dash. Matt Petco in 8th. And the 200-meter dash, we had Del Lindsay in 7th. Matt Petco did win his event in Heat 1, 23:10. With Daryl Coleman in 8th. In the 400-meter dash, we had Jason Peterson in 7th place overall. In the 500-meter dash, we had Del Lindsay get 3rd place in his heat. In the 1 mile run, Tommy O'Brien got 4th in his heat. Shan Ori Hurley in 10th. In the 55-meter hurdles, we had Chad Stone winning his event in 8.18. Corey Greenfield in 8th in his heat. And in the 4x800 meter relay, we had the first relay team get 6th place and the second relay team get 9th place overall. Great individual performances for our track guys. They're going to be off this week. Their next event will be on December 27th on the break at the Ocean Breeze Invitational. So once again, good luck to our track Marauders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more team to talk about, and that's going to be the wrestling team, okay? And as of this recording, okay, they had one event. We'll talk about that event after we do a little preview of the team. We had our guy, head coach Anthony Verdi of the class of 85, as well as the senior wrestlers. We had Don Lettini, John Fuller. Come on. This week's State of the Marauders Hotline, which, as we know, is always going to be sponsored by our friends at the Chalk Talk podcast. So, guys, Iggy and Jackson, take it away.
I'm Ignacio Mara alongside Jackson Briamonte. And, we're just here to promote an advertisement. Jackson, would you like to explain what the advertisement is? Yeah, so we're here promoting our podcast, Chalk Talk Podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find your podcasts. We also have socials such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You want to follow those for additional content along with the podcast. Challenge videos, trivia videos, all that good stuff. We're just two friends that talk sports. We have interviews, cover the latest news, do hot takes, just all the good stuff in the sports world, getting it out there for you guys to listen and enjoy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're just debating hot takes, all that, and we'll be covering some Marauder sports this year too. So just check us out. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Chalk Talk Podcast. Enjoy the rest of your event. Chalk Talk out.
Thank you to Iggy and Jackson for it. And now we bring on Ben Novosioluk, who did our interview this week with head coach Anthony Verdi and Dom Lettini with Jonathan Fuller. Guys, take it away.
I'm Ben Novosioluk, class of 2024, and I'm here today with wrestling captains Domenick Lettini, class of 2024, Jonathan Fuller, class of 2024, and head coach Anthony Verdi, class of 1995. I'm going to start right away. And this goes for everyone. Going 17-2 last year with losses only to the top two teams in the state, Delbarton and St. Joe's Regional. How has the team improved over the offseason? And Dom, we can start with you.
We did a lot of off-season training throughout the year, whether it be after-school lifts, training by ourselves at clubs, and also practicing in the summer. I think we're really out to get these teams this year, and we're not going to let it happen again.
Yeah, JJ?
Outside of just, working hard, on the wrestling mat and, practices and stuff, I feel like the team culture has definitely improved as well, and the bonds that we have with each other, I feel like that'll translate well onto the mat.
Yeah. Coach?
Yeah, we have a great team culture. It's a great environment for our team to compete against in the team aspect of the season and dual meets. Kids, know how to manage those dual meets, those big dual meets. We've been in a lot of them before, obviously. So. We're looking forward to running the gamut this year.
Yeah, and we talked about last year's record and how we did last year. But this year, what are the expectations for the season and for the wrestlers individually and also as a team? Again, Dom.
It's a constant improvement. I think as a team, we're hoping to do better than last year, and as individuals, we're 100% going to do better. We work hard, and there's no reason why we can't have a better record than last year.
Yeah, kind of just go off what Dom said. The goal is always just to get better. Whether it's as a team or individually, I feel like every time we step on the mat, it's always to do better than we did. So definitely think that the expectations are up there this year, and I think that individually and as a team, we'll live up to those expectations.
Yeah, expectations are definitely pretty high this year, but I think our guys are up for it. We always stress effort over outcome. Guys work hard in the room, and the effort is there. So. The outcome, the goals will come, but I think individually we did pretty well last year individually, and I think we're going to build on that. And as a team, like we said, we're gunning for that number one spot in the state championship.
Definitely. And last year in Atlantic City, talking about individual wrestling, Prep had 7 wrestlers place in their respective weight classes. And how do you guys expect to build on that number as a top 5 team in the state?
I think for sure we can have a lot more. Last year, I personally went out rough. I ended up getting sick during my region tournament. But I think this year we can definitely send a whole team there.
Yeah, JJ?
I definitely feel like the numbers of placers will be up there too. And even the returning guys, including myself that placed last year, I feel like the goal is to do better than we did last year.
Yeah, last year we tied a school record with the number of place winners we had in the season. I think we have an opportunity to break that this year. Again, as long as we keep working and guys stay healthy, I think it'll be we have a good opportunity to get all 14 down there and obviously increase our odds.
Yeah, and with some new faces on the team as well as returners coming back, who should fans look forward to seeing on the mat this year?
I think for sure Ann Harris is always a guy to look at. He's always exciting to watch. And then you got younger guys like Loudon Henry. And then when Josh Papero comes back, he's a freshman. He's a tough wrestler. So,
JJ.
Yeah, kind of just go off what Dom said. I feel like other than Harris, because obviously he's really good. A lot of people know that, but I feel like a lot of people don't know like Loudon. He didn't really wrestle much last year, but he's tough. So I definitely think that's someone.
I mean, obviously the two guys sitting next to me, everybody's got to look out for Dom and JJ. But Anthony's also he's made his mark, especially in this preseason at Super 32. Caden, returning state finalist, and the other state place winners. But like these guys said, Loudon, who was injured early last season towards ACL, and then really worked hard to come back and looks great right now. Josh, who's a freshman who will be coming back in a few weeks. Everybody else is pretty much returning into our lineup, and I think there's a lot of guys to look out for.
Yeah, and this question goes to the wrestlers. With individual wrestling tournaments coming up, have you guys been preparing to face some of the best wrestlers from the country?
I think really just practicing as hard as we're going to go on the mat. I think the second we slack off in practice or we slack off in some of our training, it's going to show on the mat. So I think just working hard and preparing ourselves and not overcomplicating anything.
Yeah, kind of go off like the not overcomplicating anything. I feel like nothing really changes from what we were doing before. Like just because we'll be wrestling some of the better, toughest guys in the country, but nothing really changes. It's the same thing, just wrestling hard and making sure the little things are out there.
Yeah, this question goes to Coach Verdi. This year you will be without Ithaca wrestler Angela Polici as well as Virginia Tech wrestler DJ Chavez. How do you think the team will be able to fill those spots and get better each and every day?
Yeah, those guys are hard to replace, especially when they've been kind of mainstays in the lineup for their 4 years here. We missed them, but we like to think of ourselves as a program that just can reload. And with guys shifting weights, obviously getting bigger and filling out those spots with incomers like Josh and guys who are coming in off of injuries like Loudon, we fill out the weights pretty well, and we have a lot of talented guys in the room. I think we miss those two, but we can fill them in.
Definitely, and in team competition this year, you'll be facing some of the toughest teams in the state, including Christian Brothers Academy, Bergen Catholic, and St. Benedict's Prep. How the new wrestlers on the team, as well as the older, more experienced members, help elevate the team to a higher standard in order to win?
I think it's about the older guys kind of showing the younger guys how it's done. I think that me and JJ do a great job kind of getting these younger guys prepared for what's kind of going to come ahead. And we tell them all the time that it's not going to be easy, but we can definitely do it if we all kind of stay together and work hard in the room.
Yeah. As well as me and Dom preparing the younger guys and even some the juniors. I feel like our coaches really know how to prepare the younger guys. They all really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, good.
I think it's about balance and making sure that the younger guys keep level-headed despite the competition, whether it's the national level or more of a local level, and just going out there and competing, doing what we do and not worrying about what the other guy does. And we have a lot of kids, even though they're young, they're very experienced on a high level, so that helps as well.
Yeah, and this question goes again to Coach Verdi. With the leadership core alongside, how do you think they will help set the standard for the team and make everyone else better?
I think they've already started doing that. I think the expectations of the coaching staff and that we have as a program, kind of comes through Dom and JJ. And I think everybody respects them as not just as captains, but as leaders, as teammates. That goes a long way for that, team building, that team concept.
Yeah, and for the wrestlers, how has the coaching staff helped you guys and the rest of the team become better wrestlers and just better people in general?
We've been with these guys for a while now, and I couldn't say that these guys didn't kind of set the whole stage for us. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are. And they've all been there. They've wrestled at prep, most of them, and they kind of just help us get through any problems we have and teach us and walk us through everything.
Yeah, JJ.
They've definitely molded us into good wrestlers and even just good people overall. They're there for us at our low and at our highest. Whether we win or lose, we know that they're always going to be there to support us and push us.
Yeah, and last question for everyone: what message do you have to the fans listening and following prep wrestling?
Just be there and show up. It's going to be an exciting year, and I think we can make some noise this year and kind of make prep history.
Yeah, just come out to our matches and support us.
Yeah, come out and support. It's going to be a fun year, and we'll try to put on an exciting show for you.
Yeah, once again, thanks so much for
Joining me, I'm Ben Novasil, class of 2024, alongside captains Domenick Lettini and JJ Fuller, also class of 2024, and head coach Anthony Verdi, class of 1995.
Thank you so much to Ben, Dom, JJ, and also to head coach Anthony Verdi for coming on. And again, we talk about expectations, right? Expectations for this team are tremendous. Again, they're ranked number 3 in the NG.com preseason top 20. I mean, they were turning most of the guys from last year, right? They were turning 7 place runners, as they mentioned, in Atlantic City. You got newcomers, Josh Paparo, impact freshman. Talk about Loudon Henry coming off that 20 CL from last year. Also got transferred Johnny Barron as well. I mean, this team's locked and loaded for this year. And the thing about expectations, they're number 3 in Edge.com, right? You think, okay, they could win the region of that, right? With the not the region, the bracket, right? They can win non-public A, right? I mean, non-public A has obviously the best teams in the state, including Del Barton, St. Joe's, us, Bergen, CBA, Bosco, Paramus. The list could go on and on and on. Non-public A is the place to be if you want great wrestling, and that's what we got in store for us this year. 7 place winners in Atlantic City last year. They want to break more records. They want to get the whole team down in Atlantic City and try to get more than 7 place winners. And I mean, they started off pretty good, right? They started pretty well in the Beast of the East. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first, let's talk about the schedule. We showed this a couple of times, right? But here is the schedule again for your wrestling Marauders. They compete in the Beast of the East. We'll talk about that. They're going this week to Oklahoma in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame duel. So that's going to be a fantastic thing to watch. I'm going to watch that this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then Sam County. And then the meat of all meats. The match of all matches. Number 3, number 4, depending on who's number 3, number 4. But this is the top 5 matchup in the state at the barn. Jersey City, January 3rd. The barn has to be packed for that match. And that's going to be fantastic wrestling. Then you got the New Jersey Catholic Duels, which to me, if you want to see an appetizer for what the state tournament could be like as a whole, I know Beast of the East had a lot of these teams, but in terms of overall duels, go down with CBA January 6th. That's going to be fantastic. Then a lot of home meets, though. So we got Passaic County Tech, PCTI. You got Red Bank, Donovan, SJV in a try. St. Benedict's at home. And then you got Hudson County dual action before you get into the team, district, regions, and all that good stuff. Hopefully we got a lot of guys in Atlantic City. But, again, this team, very high expectations. And, last year in the Beast of the East, they ended up 4th overall. But you got to remember something, okay? In last year's Beast of the East, they did not have Blair, okay? They did not have St. Joe's, okay? So, I'm just putting that out the window, okay? So, in terms of the Beast categories, right? Blair, one of the best teams in the country for a reason, okay? That's why they're not in JSA. They easily won. They had, I believe, 7 first place winners, I believe. They were fantastic. St. Joe's, again, they lost a couple guys, but they're loading up again. They got 4th place overall. Delby, again, 6th place overall. Again, that's that 1-2 threshold, but they're right behind Delby. St. Peter's Prep, 7th place overall. They could have gone higher, depending on how things would have ended up today. But, again, great job, good other guys. 7th place overall. And the Beast of East is nothing to sneeze at. It's very, very, very respectable, very amazing. And let's talk about all those results individually now from each weight class, okay? So starting 106, Johnny Barron, okay? He won 1 and 2 overall. He would lose his first matchup in 106, then won a consolation round before losing in consolation round 3. He had to buy into consolation round 2. Sal Bormetti, again, he was last year's place winner. He got into round 3 in the championship stage before getting into the consolation rounds, and he would lose a tough match. I mean, both him and Johnny Barron lost tough matches to end their Beast tournament. Johnny Barron lost his match 3-2. Sal lost his match 4-3 to Michael Batista Blair Academy. Jake Tellerica went 4-2 overall. He would win his preliminary, would lose in his championship, then in the consolation, he would win 3 straight before losing by major decision 13-4. But again, 4-2, great job by Jake there. Loudon in his first action as a varsity member of the team, he would win by major decision 11-1 to make a statement. We'll lose in the second round, but again, a couple nice consolations, including technical fall, before losing 3-1 in a tough matchup there. 126. The big matchup, Caden McCarty, he would run the distance. He would win 5 straight matches. Got into the third place match, the final, against Matthew Lopes of Blair County, who they faced each other last year in a separate tournament. Matthew Lopes would win that in triple overtime. And Caden was about 30 seconds away from getting his victory. But Matthew Lopes is a reversal, 2 points, and gets the 4-3 decision. Ah, man, that's a tough break for Caden, but I think he'll bounce back from that. No question about it. Giovanni Gio Sheena, 138. He went 3-2 overall. Oscar Glucko, 1-2. John DeFoller, he did well. He got into 5th place overall, 5-1 overall. Max Levin, 4-2. Joey Louise, 1-2. Anthony Verdi, I think that was my surprise at the tournament. Anthony Verdi had a couple great matches. He got all the way to consolation round 6. So that was a great job. 4-2 overall by Anthony Verdi. McKinney, 1-2. Connor Reynolds, again, another great surprise, was 4-2 as well. I mean, this Marauder team, guys, they're stacked. You didn't hear Anthony Anderson's name either. He was state finals last year as well. So you didn't hear his name. You didn't hear Josh Paharo's name either. So yeah, this team's stacked. This team's stacked, and I'm excited. It was so exciting for me to cover the team this week, and I'm excited to cover some more meets to come. So now that we got through the news of the week, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this week's schedule, which includes bowling. Again, Super Monday, Mega Monday. Bowling taking on Bayonne, the battle of undefeated to Hudson Lanes. Fenty taking on Melbourne. That's a top 10 matchup in the barn. Number 3 against number 8. Xavier, ice hockey against our boys, 5:15. That's always, judge your rivalry. Again, Mega Monday. It's going to be fantastic. They got plenty of action to choose from, so choose wisely. Tuesday, you have ice hockey taking on Bergen at the Ice House at 4 p.m. And to me, the big matchup, swimming taking on Seton Hall. That's another top 10 matchup, 4:15 NJIT. Come out, support. Wednesday, you have basketball taking on Union City, 4:30. And then bowling taking on Bayonne one more time, 4:30 at Hudson Lanes. Back-to-back bowling match against Bayonne. Going to be interesting to see who gets dibs on that division between those two matchups. And at the top of wrestling, we'll go into Oklahoma for the National Wrestling Hall of Fame duels. Ice hockey returns home to take on St. Joe's Regional at 4 p.m. Fencing goes on the road to take on Governor Livingston at 6:30. And then last but not least, to end your week before Christmas, wrestling takes on those duels still Oklahoma. It's a 2-day meet. Basketball versus Lincoln. Noted time. It was originally going to be 7. It's now moved to 3:30 at the barn. So check your schedules accordingly. Come out to the barn 3:30 Friday. It's going to be a great time. And then ice hockey taking on Notre Dame 5 p.m. at Grundy Arena. So that's going to do it for this week's Flare schedule. And we got one more thing to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. One more thing to talk about. That is the Marauder Player of the Week award. So we had 3 nominees in last week's award. Okay, we had Andrew Diaz of bowling, Justin Gianni of ice hockey, Thomas Gong of swimming. So let's get a drum roll, please. And the winner, with 49% of the vote, this guy, from the ice hockey team with 2 goals on the year, Justin Urgiani. Congratulations to Justin for winning this week's award. We got 3 new candidates for this week, including Nico Pena of basketball. He had, an average of 21 points in those 2 games. He was absolutely fantastic. You had Caden McCarty of wrestling. You saw what he did. He got all the way to the final. Tough loss, but he was the best promoter at the Beast of the East by far. He deserves his nomination. Isaac Rivers from swimming, again, he won 2 first-place events and 1 team event as well. So, again, 3 great candidates. So, again, voting is going to end this Saturday, 12/23 at 11:59 p.m. So, vote for who you think should be this week's Marauder Player of the Week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all once again for tuning in to another episode of the State of Marauders podcast. Again, I want to thank all you guys who support us on Patreon. Again, make sure to support on Patreon, patreon.com/State of Marauders. I want to thank everyone for a great winter season so far. This has been fantastic. I love this. I'm looking forward to recapping our Marauders next week. As we got, I'm ready to recap Mega Monday. I'm excited for Monday. It's gonna be fantastic. But also just to recap everything that happens for our Marauders at Grand and Warren. For myself, your host Renal Rodriguez, signing off. And as always, let's go.
P-R-E-D-P-P-P,